It's probably just worse than, you know, original landmarks though. It's fun. Is that Lobster?
Is it the mustache? Who knows?
What's up, YouTube? Looks like Lee Sin is back, this time not with Targon like it used to be played for eternities, but with Shurima instead. And while some Akshan Lee Sin decks have already previously existed, this one plays a lot of the new cards, like almost half of the deck list has changed. So let's dive into some of the staples and explain why we're playing those. Of course, Akshan and Evelynn Vagabond are super key in this deck. We want to look for them early on very consistently. We need the Warlord's Palace and especially the Warlord's Horde very often to get the Shield of the Sentinels onto Lee Sin later on to protect him, to buff him, and to make that lethal so much easier. We have Eye of the Dragon, of course, to fend off any kind of aggression that's going to run at us early on. Forsaken Bakai is a very good defensive one-drop that also adds a lot of consistency, right? This deck requires us to draw Akshan and Lee Sin very consistently, and that's why we play cards like Forsaken Bakai. And Rite of Calling pretty much fulfills the same purpose. One of the prime targets for Rite of Calling is Fereth, Reaper of the Sands. And I was very skeptical about playing this as a 3-off at first. Like in a combo deck, in a defensive deck that is also centered around Lee Sin, right? I thought it wouldn't make sense. But once you play this a bit, like you'll realize you for sure need 2 copies, maybe 3 copies of this. It is a prime Rite of Calling target. And the most important thing is going through the weapon pool quite quickly. Because one of the weapons that you consistently want to generate is fishawhack. It makes finding the Lee Sin lethal so much easier. And another thing, the key point on why we're so low on draw cards is that we can cycle through weapons if we have to, right? Once we improvise twice with Fereth or Ionian Hookmaster, we can always re-equip weapons onto a unit or even onto Dragon Links for extra lifesteal, then they'll go back to hand, we can equip them again, and they count down the Akshan landmark super duper quickly. And some other cards do the same thing. Momentous Choice for 1 mana is a double cast. It does count towards the Akshan landmark, it does count towards the Lee Sin level up condition, as well as activating his passive. Wuju Style, another great combat trick that is a 2-for-1. Sonic Wave kind of does the same thing. Entrancing Lure is an interesting one here, making more use of the Dragon Links from Eye of the Dragon, of the Challenger keyword on Akshan and so on, and just some cheap cycling. And also main deck cycling, right? Deep Meditation can only draw spells, but we often want to draw champions, so Entrancing Lure is another solid choice here. Apart from that, some evil pink cards to make our opponent's life miserable. Notify, Deny, Will of Ionia, some of the classic control tools. The Absolver, of course, one of the most potent finishers here. It's very easy to get Lee Sin to 10 attack and overwhelm here, either with Fishawhack, and 1 copy of the Absolver would already be enough if he's leveled, or like Momentous Choice, Wuju Style, Sonic Wave, like any combination of 2 of the cards, right? Or of course an enabled Absolver, and 1 of these 3 cards is already enough to get a leveled Lee Sin to 10 attack, and we can get that overwhelm, Dragon's Rage, OTK very consistently, at least threaten it around turn 6, 7, 8 already. So for the combo enjoyers amongst you, this is going to be one of the best decks running around right now. Also, the deck lists are not refined yet, and opinions differ quite a bit on how this list should be built. Some people play it way more draw heavy, some people play more equipment cards, like for example Buried Armory, Darkened Bloodletters. I've seen a copy of Soul Sword here and there, Mistfall for draw. I personally think this version is very strong and did feel very strong when I tried it out. And in the current meta, which is very fast and doesn't have that much interaction, this kind of build felt very logical to me. In other metas, we might have to play more Supercharge, for example, if opponents play more Quicksands and Freezes and so on. Maybe we'll have to play more Will of Ionia, Concussive Palm, maybe more Deep Meditation, Draw or something like that. But right now, this list is solid. I encourage you to try it. And here are a couple of fun and interesting games that were streamed on my Twitch stream over at twitch.tv/FreshLobsterCCG. So I don't mind, like, I can definitely see cutting a Fereth. Wait, what is this even? Is this Ziggs? What the hell are you playing?
It's fun. Is that Lobster?
Okay, the emote is really good. I don't know what this is. It's gonna play Quicksand though, right?
Oh god, he's playing Lee Sin.
Make diet kebabs. Ellen loves those. Ooh, I do make some pretty nasty wraps to be fair. So do we still play for Wrath if we don't? I mean, right now it doesn't make sense. But is this mostly Rite of Calling fodder? Not necessarily, right? Holy smokes. Easy high roll. Didn't have enough alcohol recently. I'm already on like cold turkey. Play Voice of the Risen, I suppose. Yeah, well, this is a good moment to play for Wrath, isn't it? Switch weapons through. Scout Lee potential? Yeah, that's a good point. Very good point.
How did you win so many fishing competitions? I should say hard work, but I've always been the best. Back to the sands.
I can open pass and challenge Evelynn. Like, no play makes sense here, right?
Don't worry, it's not my first time. Impress me.
Yeah, you can kill my Eve, I don't care.
Mind if I slip into something a little more painful?
Do we go double momentous choice, or do we pop a Wuju style in there?
Here, fishy fishy.
Momentous choice looks better. Choice levels leave faster. I mean, if I go Wuju style, I'd probably also go meditate. Momentous choice is better for later on enabling Eye of the Dragon and like deep med and so on. And also technically like Lee Sin spells, Lee Sin triggers. Okay, this is good. Lily into deep med. But if we had Hate Spike, then we can still Wuju style meditate. Actually, can he have, yeah, Hate Spike is an Evelynn card, right? Yeah.
Force is meaningless without skill. Light the fuse!
Is deep med trolling? This looks like it could be lethal, right? Fishawhack double Wuju style. But we won't even need the extra mana.
Conflict is all in the mind.
I'm not sure if it's trolling. Like, I'm not sure how many quicksands Sunny is gonna play. I kind of just feel like eating it in. Just for the YouTuber, right? I could even go Vagabond first. That's probably overkill though.
Warm your body, warm your soul.
Don't waste my time.
Strike, enter your spirit.
Sunny will hate you for playing Ionia versus him.
Alright.
The dragon spirit awakens.
Alright, Lobster. Well, this has been a pleasure. Alright, cool.
Oh, I could feel the salt through the emotes, like through the screens.
Yeah, sometimes you just die on turn 6. Alright, well.
And he sent you a message in gay. You know what? You know how we answer to this? Wait, where's the send message? There we go. Get wrecked, newbie.
Ain't no shadows in
Because oh right, yeah, that was Shurima. You're right. Fresh. No, take it back. I don't want it. I don't want that subscription. Get the hell out of here.
N-O-O-B.
Even text to speech. I love it.
I have never been disrespected this hard in my entire life. Hey, seriously, thank you. The PM sub. Oh my god.
Good old Sunny. What's up with all the evidence today? When did this card could like become playable? Improvise does not count towards landmark though, right? I assume it's not a target. Do you hard mulligan for something? Mostly Akshan and weapon generators. And then some like certain combos you'd keep in hand. Like if we play triple for Wrath, I would probably also keep Rite of Calling. And against aggro, you of course always look for Eye of the Dragon.
Good people don't look the other way.
Getting
You're
warmer.
guilty for spreading the word on Evelynn Viego. It's kind of nasty, isn't it? Wait, is this attack good? They do run Vial though, don't they?
Jack said there'd be contenders out here.
I feel like quick attack is often overkill in this deck. This kind of looks like end round. I might just like a play here, but there's also no real reason for me to do anything.
I'm always ready to play. My.
We save well for Viego. Evelynn is whatever.
Mind if I slip into something a little more painful?
It's a bit of a pickle. It's probably deep med. Like I could pass, probably prevents the attack, makes our opponent click end round. Can't really remove this right now anyway. Homecoming doesn't make sense. Will, nah, just deep med I think. What if it's not triple deep med? Deep med felt clunky so far.
Harder. Okay.
You're up, chum bucket. Should've stuck position.
Scream for me.
Drop time not after rolling Scout Croc on 4. That must be one of the most ultimate high rolls in this game. Could sack our boy here. Leeson is very far from going anywhere. Could go fix him, Sonic Wave. I think we want Evelynn gone.
Sure, take your time. I love to be kept waiting.
And we kind of want to play a ton of spells. Could use up one Absolver here. Absolver or Buju style. It has to be Vuju style, right? Our opponent might still have Hate Spike. And like Vile Feast quite easily. Vengeance. That would be fine though. What do I think about Master Yi? It's kind of meh. Do I want to play Wushu style to advance landmark? I don't think so. I mean meditate. I think we just let this go through. I haven't played Master Yi yet. I have not really played against Master Yi yet. Not against a good deck anyway. Good top deck. Okay, we saw a Vengeance go out. Alright, we just go for Lee here.
Love watching you work. And so do my victims. At least at the start. Lights out.
And we're not blocking Evelynn. We would probably block Domination though.
Extend your senses.
Yeah, Yi takes too long to take off, right? And he needs too much build around and so on.
Yes, I bite.
I don't think the card looks that great. Black Spear?
I will not hold back.
Black Spear plus Vial. Our opponent put 2 cards on the stack earlier on. There's a couple of combinations that would kill us. It's like Vile Feast plus... No, it's only Vile Feast plus Black Spear or Vile Feast double hate spike. Probably not worth risking it.
Patience is underrated.
And we just yeet in lethal next round, right? The only question is, do we fish for deny or do we go full all in?
That's it. Don't waste my time. Back on the prowl.
Okay, if we look for deny. We have enough mana, right? Oh, we might be missing a little bit. Oh, plus attack can never be the play here. I mean, Wushu style is good, but not quite what we're looking for.
Strike firm. Center your spirit.
Oh fuck, we kinda need to play Rite of Calling this round. I'm just trying to be as mana efficient as possible right now.
Hold the world within.
Want to use spell mana first to get the attune, and want to use unit mana to not burn a mana gem. Like, we have lethal if they don't have vengeance. I mean, I guess they can also have glimpse and the likes, right? Actually, we probably don't have lethal. Glimpse, hate spike. I forgot about all of those. We don't have Nopify. Ooh. Oh snap. How do you take out Hydrovine over Evelynn, right? Spell shields.
Impress me.
How do we do this? Will of Ionia Bob spell shields. Very, very, very efficient though. And we still, like, any suicide effect works for our opponents. We at least know they don't hold the thing. We know they don't hold vengeance. I feel like going for lethal is trolling. I feel like we want to remove Hydrovine here.
You cannot run from absolution.
Quick attack? Not. What do you mean?
Don't want to
Quick
die?
attack
Don't
changes
want
nothing here.
things.
I mean, it does work if... It works in some situations, right? If they try to
World
Vile
won't
Feast the
save
barrier.
itself, you know.
And pretend I don't have lethal. Oh, you mean make our opponent tap under? Interesting idea. I don't think it's gonna work. No, the upside here is that... Yeah, I think we just go for Hydrovine. Like, we saw no hate spike and no glimpse yet. Close to guaranteed our opponent has some of it. Need to play the fleeting spell? Why?
As the dragon will.
You can thank me later.
Prepare yourself.
Sure. Yeah, this turn was quite the puzzle. I think this was probably the best line of play risk-reward wise. But I'm not sure. There were like 10 other options that seemed somewhat legit. We don't even need to will Viego right now. Alright, let's see. Still need to deal with the attack as well. Homecoming Eye of the Dragon onto Viego is a play, but that loses to Black Spear. Just pass.
I know a place.
Okay.
Your lesson begins.
Overwhelm Impact. Block doesn't really...
Their heartbeats quicken.
We want to try this block. Wait, not try it.
Free of doubt. Their heartbeats quicken.
Looks about right. There's no threat of atrocity as of right now. We can burst speed, or rather focus speed, especially Lee Sin, and overwhelm him. So if this goes through, yeah, I don't think there's a way we can lose, really.
Vora, looking for satisfaction?
Yes, Evelynn.
Scream for me.
I'm kind of enjoying this deck, though, I gotta admit. It feels way more like high risk, high reward than the old Targon Lee Sin decks.
My lands need me.
Just realizing that they could still do something like Glimpse.
Strike firmly. Center your spirit.
If they do that, we can still hope to draw a Dragon's Rage off of this, right? Or we can try to draw a Nopify off of Deep Med. Do we have left 1 or 2 Akshans? Oh, never mind. GG. As well as Sonic. Right, that got changed a while ago. Yeah, that would have not been enough. We can still deep med into Nopify. GG. I feel like I'm more a J01 type of deck builder. I feel like tons of 1-offs and 2-offs are more... are nicer to have than 3-offs. Just for the optionality in the mid and late game. So Mirror. Deny is gonna be good here. Akshan, of course, is nuts. And Will of Ionia and Homecoming are good. Haven't played since Tristana expansion. What's up, Dice? Welcome back. We got him in a healthy spot worth coming back. It's a bit different right now. It's a thing of taste. Like, the meta is very diverse, but it is also pretty RNG heavy. I guess it's Hookmaster. Actually, Ferreth is probably better. Get a weapon on Akshan. I mean, right almost guarantees a Lee, but we don't have weapons right now. Do you have Nami Ionia best deck in the game? Yeah, I've seen a couple of people on it recently.
I don't need rules to know good from bad.
Is Ashe still bad? Yes, but she did get some support. I played it against the Gwen Ashe deck earlier on that looked interesting. But like, she might be a good meta call, but she's never gonna be fully meta, unfortunately.
Sometimes you're the fish, sometimes you're the bait.
Okay, momentous choice does beat Akshan, but we have a second one. I think it's okay risk to take.
Hook, line, and sucker. Guess I'm the
Is that the Akshan?
Living
Yes.
off stolen coin.
I think we take 3 here. It's a bit annoying. We want the weapon next round. But like without lure or anything, the weapon might not even be that good. It does enable the Akshan attack though. Take 3 for 1 stack on this. We can't play I.
The world won't
So I think it's okay. We'll sack 3 HP here. Impact. Tough doesn't really make sense in this matchup.
in the night wind.
Take everything.
No swing? Cool. I mean, I guess we still have mana for combat tricks. Okay. Grappling hook also isn't looking too bad. I gotta get used to equipment working off of spell mana. I feel like that's a bit counterintuitive.
The spirit gives to those who listen.
This is justice.
Bro, what? Come on. There's no way this is good. Oh, this makes me want to grab a hook. Rip. We can go double landmark here.
Draw them blind. I'm wondering if like not blocking with Akshan might have been better. I mean, one of them got denied, so we don't have the best odds of drawing the third one. We're not taking it. We're taking it back.
I could play right while my opponent can't interact with it. Don't really have a great target right now. Could go for mana, I suppose. Which will also spawn me a Dragon Link. A teeny tiny bit of tempo. Kill Vagabond is probably fine, to be honest.
Son of a...
force is meaningless without skill.
A pleasure to see you, Master.
Must be nice living off stolen coin.
Ah, similar situation. I do think we challenge the Eye of the Dragon though. We don't have to, but I think it's deep meta to pull this. We go like Pot of Pain and Fereth. Then we don't have pull optionality.
Conflict is all in the mind. Strike first. Prepare yourself.
Like, I'm doing this for a somewhat similar reason why I blocked with Akshan earlier on, is that we had a soft read of our opponents not holding Momentous Choice or Meditate like 2 turns earlier. So it's very unlikely they drew 2 more copies of it in the meantime. But if Pass, it's fine, but I think this is just better. It's probably Homecoming. Wait, does Homecoming work with Fereth? Like, we get 2 weapons, right? Well, that's pretty cracked.
Patience is underrated.
Come on! I'll take you all on!
Still have mana for Momentous Choice in case. It's very hard for our opponent to keep Deny mana open while threatening our lead though. Rip.
I fight with the dragon's fury.
Still, we can also level E. We're definitely playing Homecoming here. Probably gonna get denied. Never mind. The greed.
Enter your spirit.
And then we return the favor on the open next round. We'll have mana to potentially pull a deny. 8+1.
The dragon spirit awakens.
Okay, now we just need to be good and predict the deny. Is there ever anything else? I don't think it is. Shite. Damn it.
Prepare yourself.
You're looking at Ionia's kept 10 times running.
Rip. Charger plus Wuju was lethal. Yeah, I'll check it out in a bit. You're probably right. We could have probably still like gone for the OTK while also setting up 10 attack on the side.
I am the night wind.
Strangling does not matter. Does it ever matter? Ah, it could matter if our opponent keeps swarming.
The world within.
Good thing is right now they... Well, I guess they can cycle the weapons. Charger loses to Homecoming. I mean, there are always some things that our opponent can do that beat us. Like the predict looking for deny did not have the worst odds, right? We still have 2 denies in deck.
Return.
Master yourself. Master your enemy.
Roughly speaking, it's like 8 out of 22. Okay, this is not scary yet though.
My lands need me. Center your spirit.
Not that this matters too much. I think this is slightly better though. Prevents this from attacking.
Strike firm. Prepare yourself.
Not going for Lee, looks like trolling. This gives me a lot more mana to work with next round because I don't have to replay Lee this round.
Jack said there'd be contenders out here.
My lands need center your spirit.
Like now, even if they bounce Lee, right? Even if they find another will or like a homecoming, I can replay Lee's still swing again. Should be lethal. GG. I'm curious about that Akshan block.
I thank you, Dragon.
In hindsight, that felt like a misplay. Apart from that, I think overall it was pretty good. Okay, we didn't face aggro yet. So good old classic pirates. Do we even keep Akshan in this matchup? Like one drop is better as well as Eye of the Dragon. Yet I still believe it's a fine keep. Opify is also not the worst keep, to be honest. But we'd rather draw into that a little bit later. We have the token on 2, which also swings us slightly towards Akshan.
Need a second.
Don't think we're playing for Wrath yet. Keep Momentous Choice mana for now.
Okay, ready.
Oh, wow. What can we do here? Eye for Wrath on their turn. And Momentous Choice the same turn. Yeah, I think we chill out with the Akshan.
To those who listen.
Oh, I've never met anyone like you.
I'm one of the good guys, but not that good.
I'm tempted to play Akshan. Akshan Momentous Choice threatens MF. But I could still go Eye for Wrath. Go for HP. Block Marai Warden. Or I could trade an Eye into MF. There's so many lines of play here. I think in that case just for Wrath now is better. Single Momentous, second Eye post combat. Come on, internet, don't give up. Okay. Doesn't really matter which one of those two I get.
I'll do better this
Breath can't block. I know. But it's more about being resourceful here.
The dragon binds us.
Like, we can keep the second Momentous to protect our eyes from Sermon, from Fervors. Or, like, use it offensively to trade into one of these.
Not my fists.
The Reaper will return.
Holy smokes. I don't think Triple I is good, though. Just board space issues.
I don't need rules to know good from bad.
Hey, TF. How's the partner?
Pretty good. Quit smoking. Something for all.
This is justice.
Fishawhack for 2 HP.
Villains beware.
Do we sack Akshan here? It's a bit sad. But I don't think we can let this go through. Actually, I don't think we sack Akshan.
Love ya.
Oh, wow. Okay, this is so good for us.
We each hold a world within. Gotta go with the flow.
I put Fishawhack onto a Dragonling again.
Talk is worthless. We are what we do.
Plus attack is actually quite interesting here. It's probably trolling though. It does not have red card. They could have Sermon though. I don't know. I kind of like Overwhelm Fishawhack. It also kind of negates Noxian Fervor.
Nice to meet you. I'm Isla.
Yeah, we also still need to keep the spell cycle going, so might as well draw right now, right? See what we get. Lee is tempting. Deep match should be better though. Just to get another 2 Dragonlings.
What was theirs is now ours.
Hmm.
In and out.
Sonic Wave's looking pretty good. Not quite sure about Sonic Wave.
Not today.
Noxian Fervor.
Focus. Focus.
Okay, we'll have a full board. No real reason to do anything. We could fishawhack on this to get faster countdown, but we might also need mana. Precious Pet Swing is risky.
Just one grave short of a full house.
Lady Luck is smiling.
What the hell was Precious Pet swinging for? Doesn't make any sense. Could play Lure just to cycle. See what happens first. Momentous Choice is so freaking cracked in this deck, it's insane. Completely insane. Okay, wait, what's the smartest way to do this? I feel like it's right off calling the Forsaken Bakai. You could start with a weapon, but then I don't have Overwhelm and potentially... Why not just mana? Countdown thing. Also, do I still have enough mana if I get Lee, Fish? Yeah, I do still have enough mana. If I get Akshan, I'm not quite sure. Might be mana though. Might still be mana. I'm a bit too slow to do all of the maths here and go through all of the options. Okay, the 1-3. Subplate doesn't play around Fervor, that's the issue. If Lee, Fishawhack. All sorts of shenanigans. Fishawhack does come down anyway, yeah, but after we play the champ.
A pleasure to see you, Master.
Fervor still saves right now, right? So maybe I don't go for Spell Shield but card draw here. Try to find Notify.
My lands need me. Center your spirit.
Alright, GG. I mean, we had a cracked opening hand, and it was still somewhat of a close match. I might have played a bit too much into the red card on turn 4. It was still an okay setup with the hand we had, like with Momentous Choice into the other Eye of the Dragon. Interesting game for sure.